Hold on, let me turn off my.
No, it's okay.
Hold on.
Not as happening.
I have to tell, like, I have to turn off the
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't
that,
happen.
that whole be listening every time I try to make content. She all up in my mouth.
That I was praying and I was like, God, I understand that vengeance is yours and all of that. I'm cool with you taking your vengeance, but can you send me a receipt? Can you send me a receipt of the vengeance you've taken? Because it's really looking like people who have wronged me, my enemies, you know what I'm saying? It's really giving that they sliding off on that joint. Like, it's really giving like you ain't touched them at all. You know what I mean? And because God is faithful.
Oh my gosh.
All right, is this thing on? Is this thing live?
It's live and recording as always.
All right.
Welcome to Two Boys in Bonnets in Tampa, Florida. I am your host, Joash, and I'm here with.
Demi, as always.
And today we have a very special guest with us today. We have Miss Shaunette with us. Can you say hi to the people for us?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shaunette Stokes. I am the managing partner of Stokes Law Group and the founder and CEO of the firm. And I am here joining Two Boys in Bonnets, and I'm excited for this conversation. This is actually my first conversation that is not legal related. So thank you for joining, or thank you for having me join you all.
See, she already taken over. Look at that. It's her podcast
I'm
now.
sorry, it's in my nature.
All right, so our topic today is about fuck niggas and bad bitchery. And so to start off these fun conversation, so it's going to be a story time. And so can y'all share a time where you encountered a fuck nigga and what lesson or lessons you learned that you implement still to this day? So let's start with Shaunette.
Oh, of course I would go first.
You're a guest.
I have in my dating experiences, is that what the question is? Like specifically datings, right? Dating experiences, right? Okay. So in my dating experiences, every man that I dated was on that type of time. Okay. So, but it was because of my own internal insecurities, and I needed to go through my own journey so that I wouldn't attract those types of men. But more specifically, I could tell you so many stories. Okay. One story is that I dated a guy and we went to law school together. He had at least two girlfriends in law school because I was already graduated. He was in his final year. And I learned this information after, we stopped dating because I'm law school is a very small, tight-knit community. So I'm piecing together the stories and I'm finding out that he had a girlfriend, two girlfriends while we were dating.
Oh, wow.
And towards the end, he had a girlfriend and she was in Africa, a whole other continent. And then I asked him, I was like, hey, buddy, who is this chick all up on your Instagram commenting and liking? Because he had gone to Africa for, I guess, when you go and learn over, what is it? Foreign exchange program. So, yeah, so he went over there and then I think he was on a dating app and he found him a woman, child. And he told me that she was just a mentor to him. I said, I know you effing lying. So when I figured out he was lying, that was the last time we had a conversation. But he's now married to the young lady 8-9 years later.
Oh, wow.
He finally put a ring on it. So good for them, right?
Yeah.
At least the honest man. But that's the most, I would say, the worst experience that I've had.
All right, giving a true life SZA the weekend. Your man, my man, her man too.
You just call it community penis,
Community doing community work.
Benevolent, you know, just very benevolent.
Joash, you?
Yes. Okay, so I've encountered many fuck niggas, but the one I've encountered was my previous one that I was dating. I don't know why. But I had a lot of red flags and I ignored the red flags. I don't know, but like looking back, I'm like, I should have listened to like my mind and not go with my heart, because then I would have been better off. Because you know why? It's like when you talking to somebody and then after they're like, oh well, it start little arguments and little like tips to like knock you off and then ghost you and then like ignoring you and that stuff. That's like God showing you, hey, this man is not for you. But because I wasn't listening to God, I was listening to myself, which I was stupid at the time. I kept going back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with this man for 3 years. And then
What,
pardon?
what made you keep going back?
I couldn't even tell you why. It was like I had like when I love hard, which is like something I'm learning now. That's like you gotta stop doing that. But
Mm-hmm.
love, but me now, I'm more guarded with my heart because I wasn't guarded with my heart because I was like, I really want to find love because I was like, I mean, going into my 30s and I want to find love. But I learned now it's like you got to take time slowly and learn as you go. So now I'm learning as
Mm-hmm.
you go, and also like coming towards the end when we were breaking up, like he started to move sneakily, like move like real sneaky and do sneaky stuff. And like, I really didn't care. I think that he wanted me to like be upset by stuff, but I was already mentally clocked out and was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't really care. You could just leave. Like you could literally just leave right now and I wouldn't even care. But you will always encounter a fuck nigga, but it's how you deal with it. And what I learned is that, you just gotta take it one step at a time and then learn as you go.
Okay. One step at a time.
Yeah, I agree. Your story, please. I'm all ears.
Yes, please lead in because it's a
Tell
messy
us.
one. It's a
Um,
messy. Okay, so it's so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's one of those things. I did it because I wanted to learn. This is like intentional learning. And this involved love bombing, scamming, and I took this journey because I just wanted to learn. Because to learn, you have to learn these types of lessons. And the lesson was this guy I was talking to, I met, of course, on these apps, and we were talking, and he was moving fast. He was like, "Oh, I like you, da da da. I think we're a match and everything. We're similar." Just the whole 9 yards of just your standard textbook love bombing. He's like, "Yeah, send me a picture. I see you. We see each other going places. You're amazing. It's really dope that you're an artist. I'm an artist too. I have goals, I have aspirations, and just trying to connect and trying to blend into my life. And at first, of course, I love attention. And after a while, um, I allowed the attention to happen, but then I was like, this is moving a little bit too fast. Like, you barely know me. You think everything I say is dope, or you just agreeing with me. And so I was like, you know what? This sounds like love bombing. Like I've encountered it before, and they always say don't entertain it. But then I'm like, I'm kind of bored. I want to see where this goes. And so and then when he proposed to me, he was like, "Oh, I want to come see you, but like I have a car, but I ain't got no gas money." And I was like, "Oh, this is where it starts." Because they warm up to you and then they start having money troubles. And I was like,
oh,
And I'm like, you know what? I ain't got it. I don't have money for you. And he was like, no, no, it's I really want to see you. If you do this for me, I'll come and see you. And he's like, just send me like $10. And I was like, I ain't got it. Like I don't have $10. But he kept pressuring. I was like, well, I'll send you $5. How about that? He was like, no, can you just send me like $10? He kept pressuring. And I was like, I was like, I was about to cave in, but I was like, no, this is a scam. He ain't gonna come. And so I kept telling him no. And then this when it became like, oh, the woe is me, the waterworks started to come. And he's like, I thought you believed in me. I wanted to be I just wanted to come and see you. I'm just down on my luck and stuff like that. I was like, can you not borrow money from your friend or anything? Why it has to specifically come from me? He's like, come on, like just just the waterworks. And you know what? I end up blocking him. I stick to my guns. I give no money. But what I learned from that situation is like when they start asking for money, that's when it's like it's a red flag. Like use like nope, it's a scam and everything. So that's what I learned because I tend to attract love bombers and scammers, and
Mm-hmm.
and you just gotta listen because people are gonna they're gonna the if it happens too quickly, like the fawning, the compliments, and someone trying to match your vibe. That's like okay, that should be a red flag and everything.
I agree. I think with love bombing, we all probably have experienced that. And especially when they're appealing to a part of you that you might be insecure about, right?
Mhm.
And you have some, and or even maybe you that deal, and they're telling you that, just confirming your knowledge of that. And you play into that because instead of you saying, yeah, of course, duh, I know that, you're playing into it and you're buying into it and allowing them to get closer to you. And they're disarming you slowly but surely. And
Mhm.
then that's when they flip the switch and then come and ask you for money. It's happened to me too.
Yeah.
So,
I usually like disarm them by asking questions. So, what about
mhm.
this? What about that? And some of them are not quick enough to come with an excuse and everything. And that's when it's like, okay, you're bullshitting me.
Right.
Generally speaking, when most conversations about fuck niggas, they usually emphasize choosing better mates. Do you
Mhm.
think identifying a fuck nigga is easy or no?
For me, identifying just a bad partner in general, it takes a lot of discernment, but that also requires a certain level of growth and experience, right? Because
Mhm.
if you ain't never seen it before, you don't know what to look out for. So I'm thankful for every FN that has crossed my path. Thank you, because I will never do that again, right? So we have to at least, take those experiences and appreciate them, but don't replicate them. Because I promise you, every man that I dated had overlapping traits. It was the same man in a different body.
Mhm.
And I had to realize that I was doing the same thing over and over again, dating the same guy over and over again, the same narcissist over and over again. And once you start to see like they're love bombing you, they're trying to get close to you really, really soon before they even know you. Because we know in dating, right?
Mhm.
We have to be safe.
Yes.
That's number one. And if they're trying to get over to your house right away, that's a red flag. I think we have to start looking at those red flags more critically, because
Yeah.
I think that we get so desperate and lonely instead of just saying, you know what, I'm okay with my solace until someone comes correct. I'm gonna chill out.
That's a good point.
What about you, Joash?
Um, I just go with the basic questions, Like I feel as well like you should answer the questions like, do you have a car? Like, do you have a job? Do you have like ambitions and goals? Because you will know like if somebody has drive and ambition. But what Shaunette said is like really important. And also want to add to that is like just ask the basic questions when you do stuff like that. Like, like what are your goals? What do you want to do? Like, what makes you you?
I can see that. I know when it comes to identifying them, there was a conversation with T.S. Madison and her co-host Craig the writer. They were talking about how men send their representative. Like people send their representative and not their true authentic selves. And I think when people send their representative, it makes it hard to discern like if they are truly a genuine person or just a fuck nigga because they're trying to mold themselves to you, and then with certain people it doesn't last long. After a while it's going to crumble, and if they're really good you won't know until they slip up. And like you said, asking the questions of hey, where you going, being curious about who they are. And not even trying to see if their stories match, but like you could detect, like you could tell when someone's lying. Like when one and two don't make three, you can see that. You be like, something about your action is not aligning, with your words. And so it's being cognizant of that, which leads with segue to my next question. And this one's a personal one. So what's your tools when you recognize a fuck nigga?
I walk away. My block button is just, I stay blocking. And we be having block parties all day, every day. I ain't scared.
See, Joe is another blocker.
Yeah, you got to block.
I always block really quick.
You don't need, unnecessary energy in your life, because going back to the conversation about love bombing, right? Mm-hmm. What happens when people love bomb, we romanticize who they are, and we create this ideal of just the perfect idea of who they are in our minds. So that every big mistake that they make, it becomes a little mistake, and it's not really a red flag. It's just like, oh, it was a hiccup. No, really, they're showing you who they are. Believe them and walk away. And I think that now, as I've gotten that experience and have been through some things, I will see the red flags and literally walk the other way, block them on everything, including Cash App, because I don't want to see your face, your name come across my screen, never. So it's all about boundaries,
Because I know I have a tendency of romanticizing everything. And so what helped me with my discernment is I had to work on myself to make sure I work through my insecurities, and then also try to see things as reality and not potential and fantasy. Because those help me to see people who they are. And then also, because I don't block, I ignore. I'm quick to ignore. I'd be like, I don't see you. I don't see you at all. But then also what's the word I was going to say? I can also excuse people's actions because I know people's behaviors. Because if I know your behavior, I can either explain it away or I can see it what it truly is. And then if I can see what it truly is, I can leave it alone. It's like, you know what? This is not for me. Do you think women can be fuck niggas too?
Absolutely. I think we all, at some point in our life, have been the toxic partner, because we've gone through our own little issues and we don't know how to love because we probably have not received instruction or the actual love that we want to receive. So we don't know how to give it. So yeah, I think everybody, men, women, dogs can be.
Not the dog. What the dog do?
Listen, my dog is very toxic.
No,
trust me.
The animal. They're innocent. They just being animals.
Sure.
A dog is just being a dog.
You've met the dog. You know my dog. He's toxic. You know him.
It's learned behavior.
Oh, okay. Maybe I taught him wrong. Again, I said I've been toxic before. So
now for a brief commercial break.
Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Well, you are in luck, because I am here to make your trademark journey a smooth and stress-free one. Choosing me as your attorney means that you're going to get top-notch service, legal guidance, and peace of mind throughout the entire trademark experience. Are you ready to make your mark? Well, let's chat.
Well, damn, girl. Well, thank you for picking up the goddamn phone. You know who this is. This is Demetrius from Two Boys in a Bonnet, asking why you haven't liked, followed, and subscribed to our channel. Better yet, how come you ain't follow our social media pages? You better click that goddamn link and so you ain't missing out on our next episode. Bitch, I don't hear it. Like, follow, and subscribe. And get with the program. Because you're going to miss out on a good thing. I ain't going to have this conversation again. So get fucking to it. Bye, girl. Now, welcome back to the show. So now we're switching. Now we're moving along. We done with the fuck niggas. And we're going to bad bitches on deck. All right? So in y'all words, how do y'all define a bad bitch?
So a bad bitch is basically somebody who, when they enter the room, they don't have to like be known that they're there. They're there. People see them. Like you don't have to grasp for attention. You know, you carry yourself in a way, you know, that is of like standards. You know, everybody think about bitch is just the ass, the titties, the hair, the lips. It's more than that. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you present yourself. It's how you handle situations. It's how you do all different kinds of things that make you unique. The main part is being unique because everybody think about bitches like what they see on TV. So if we all look at what we see on TV, who's organic, who's unique? That's why, like, honestly, I love SZA because she doesn't fit in with normal society, you know? To me, that's a bad bitch. She doesn't fit in with how everybody wants her to be. She does what she want to do. Whether she looks goofy or she looks good, she's always going to be a bad bitch, regardless.
All right.
Yeah.
How about you, Shaunette?
I think a bad bitch is somebody that their words align with their actions. You're not just talking the talk, you're actually walking the walk. And you are not afraid to show up as your true, authentic self. It's difficult in this current state of the world, but I think that once you show up as who you are, then yeah, you automatically a bad bitch.
Well, y'all gave two perfect definitions. I see it as both of those: showing up authentically, being um being true to yourself, handling things with grace and poise, inspiring other young bitches to be their baddest self. An example of a bad bitch for me, um, who's a bad bitch? Worth ethically, I would say Beyonce. She a bad bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She stayed reinventing, not even reinventing the wheel. She's showing the best version. She'll take an idea and just put it to the test and just show you who she is and where her creative mind is at. Another bad bitch is you, Shaunette.
Oh, thanks.
Not even the cap. Let me just boast on Shaunette.
Oh, thanks.
She like if you see her work ethic, it is insane. The way she keeps track of things, the way she stay on top of like the latest technology, and she and the way she set boundaries. She lets you know like her time is her time. Don't play with her money. Don't play with her emotions. She's an inspiration. I'm just gonna
Well,
simp
thank
for
you,
that.
friend. I appreciate that. I
Oh,
do.
let's
It's
go.
hard.
Kudos to her. And just to follow up, it's like we said, bad being a bad bitch is a mindset. Um,
Mm-hmm.
do you think people get it conflated with the aesthetic?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You have so many people out here looking amazing on social media. They actually have all of the designer things because that's what society tells you you should strive for. But they broke as hell and they got a broken mindset too. So you got to stay away from the aesthetics and actually fix your mind because it will eventually align up. Because once you are able to be a boss ass bitch like Beyonce, the money's gonna flow easy. And then you will inevitably get those things. But it's people out there trying to keep up with the Joneses and they are struggling. They're not bad bitches at all.
Jason Point, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Hell, Tampa is Atlanta Junior.
Ooh,
True.
Everybody from Atlanta moved here and just started to showboat in Tampa. And trust me, they ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
why? Okay, so here's my question: Why does faking it gets more praise than actually doing the work?
Because people don't know what faking it is, right? Go ahead, Joy.
I think people know what faking is. I think it's more so like, society want to be like, okay, if they could do it, I could do it too. But I don't want to work as hard as they don't want to take the easier route. I think a lot of people take the easier route because it's like, let me do this. Like what I've seen, because I'd be on Twitter looking at stuff, I've seen like people going to jewelry stores and take pictures of chains and give it back,
Mhm.
and go into stores and get clothes and wear them out and return them that they can't afford. So it's basically like, you doing stuff that you can't really outside of your normal means that you really can't do.
Do you know that people buy designer boxes and bags to keep them in their home and take photos of them as though they actually purchased from those stores? That's wild to me. Yeah, it's insane. People are really like on that level of faking it. And what I think about when someone says fake it till you make it, you actually are trying to position yourself as a leader in whatever field you're in, right? If you're an artist, you act like you are that top artist, not like you're a struggling artist, not that you're spending all this money on shit just to make it look like you're rich. You're actually acting as though you're already at the finish line. That's to me what fake it till you make it means. But people are hearing that and saying, okay, well, fake it till you make it means I got to go look like I'm rich so that people can think that I'm rich and then they will make me rich. And that is never the answer.
That just sounds like one big Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a scam. Half these influencers and some entrepreneurs they be out there.
We know some, don't we, Shaunette? Don't we know? Don't we know some people?
I don't know nobody.
Messy.
Oh, you don't want to
being
take the
messy?
table, do you? We know.
Dimitri, stop being messy.
Listen, we have been we were a part of an incubator and we have some stories surviving blank. Okay, you heard of surviving R. Kelly, baby.
Oh Lord.
We were surviving some people back in like before 2020. Yeah, pre 2020. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was rough out here, especially with other entrepreneurs. It was terrible.
So okay,
Demetrius will tell you.
yes.
We ain't gonna go down that route. Nah.
They ain't ready for that one.
No.
They ain't ready. So who defined bad bitch first? Bad Girls Club or Baddies?
Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club was around like back in like the early 2000s. Like that's like what defines like that's most where all the baddies come from. Bad Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
I would say neither.
Why?
Because in my humble opinion, they are not bad bitches in the same right as Beyonce, right? Like we know Beyonce is about her shit. But you got Natalie Nunn. She's out there doing the thing. She's a businesswoman. She is bringing in other women to the baddies, and she's actually creating a platform. So I would say that she is a bad bitch, right? But you said it earlier. It takes somebody that has a certain level of patience, you know, like you gotta not be so quick to react and want to jump on a bitch, right? And they ain't got that. They scrapping every episode.
Every episode.
So I would say that maybe they went to therapy. They would be bad. We got a lot of trauma. That's trauma. You got to know that. And I love them all. Don't get it twisted. I am not too good to watch Baddies or was it the Bad Boys Club? Is it that's what it's called? Yeah, I love that. Both of them.
So
I watch.
Speaking of bad boys, can men be bad bitches? And then also, what did y'all think of that show on Zeus?
Yes, men can be bad bitches. What do you think?
I don't think a man
bad bitches.
I don't think a man could be a bad bitch.
Y'all bad bitches.
I don't like. I will say like, I hate men being bad bitches because you know it brings a certain stamina. They think that we gotta be out here being the scene, causing ruckus, like wreaking havoc. I think that we as men we take being bad bitches to another level. You know, we want to be fighting and all that stuff, and it really doesn't need all of that. No, we can be bad boys, you know, do like regular stuff, but like as far as like bad bitches, I think a lot of these boys they take it a little too far. And they really think it just be fighting on like I've seen some stuff that I'd be like, whoa. Like I've seen like these guys fight this girl outside the club and just tear her the hell up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, tear her. Like when I say tear, I mean like rip her clothes off and her wig and everything. And I was like, I'm like, his friends was like, yeah, you a badass bitch, beat that bitch up. I was like, no, you a bitch ass nigga.
I don't think bad bitches fight though.
Yeah, bad bitches fight. Like that's what I say. Like boys, we see that what we see on TV, the girls ripping the hair off and ripping the clothes off and all that stuff. But I should not be doing that. Like that's just to another extreme level.
I think humans shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be fighting because you know what? People got guns now, and run up, you're done. I'm not fighting you. No.
Yeah, because I saw the culture shift when like Bad Girls Club, Baddies, Bad Boys, they were coming out. Next, you know, everybody wants to fight. Everyone's doing fight videos. Like it's always been there, but everybody's doing it and stuff like that. I was like, what are we doing? Can't go to the club without seeing somebody fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone lost their life on New Year's Eve at a club in Tampa. So I think it's just so unnecessary. We grown ass people. Put your hands on me. I'm calling the police or standing my ground.
You know,
I'm not fighting.
You know, we in an open carry state. You know,
I don't think is it open carry. I think they're trying.
No, because you can have a gun without a license here.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
You can't.
I thought open carry mean you can have the gun on your hip.
Yeah, you can have the gun on your hip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had a robust conversation, so let's see if we can wrap it up easily without going over. So, have y'all reached y'all bad bitch status, or are y'all still working towards it?
I don't think I have, but thank you for giving me the nod. You encourage me, but I don't think that I have because I have so many goals that I've yet to achieve, and I'm just scratching the surface. I ain't there yet.
Okay.
How about y'all?
I don't think I have as yet because I'm still achieving goals. I feel as well like with me coming out of my shell and being on this and being on the internet and showing myself, I'm coming out to get to that level. But I feel outside of this, I do want to do more. And I'm just gonna work towards that. But until then, I'm just a basic bitch.
Oh, not basic. There has to be a step above basic though. Come on.
Intermediate.
Right. Maybe basic, intermediate, bad. Right? Yeah. Just in the middle.
You know, I know for me, I'm still working on it. I'm still practicing the follow through because, you know, I like to start things and don't finish. And so once I master how to finish a project, y'all watch out now. Can't tell me nothing. Because, you know, all that procrastination, that gets me into trouble. But once I I tell you, once I master that, watch out now. It's the little one, and it's not bow wow, bow yow.
Okay.
All
You
right,
got so many ideas. I can't wait to see you execute them.
and it's gonna take for. It feels like it takes forever, but if I stay the course, it can get done.
Mhm. Slow
So
and steady is the race.
exactly. So where can we find you, Shaunette?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Shaunette Stokes ESQ on Instagram, Attorney Stokes on TikTok, and on all platforms, you can follow my page, Stokes Law Group, for my law firm.
All right. So any last tidbits, anybody? Got less than a minute.
This was fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yes. I would say just be your authentic self, go out there and challenge the world and show the world who you are as a person. Take every day as hit one day at a step and just be yourself.
Get that bad bitch badge.